What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. You know, more than likely, LeBron James signing an extension with the Lakers is, at this point, I want to say it's more up in the air. Because if you think about it, LeBron James doesn't want to play with Russell Westbrook based upon all the reports that are out there and everything that has been, noted in regards to, having Russell Westbrook on the team. There's some, distance there from what the reports are saying. And if all those reports, all the reports that we're reading are true, then you have to ask yourself this. Would LeBron James sign an extension if Russell Westbrook is still there? Or would he only sign an extension to the Lakers if they got rid of Russell Westbrook and got him the piece that he wanted, which is Kyrie Irving, which was actually noted in a Sports Illustrated site that I was looking at, Sports Illustrated article, I should say, that I was looking at not too long ago in regards to that. I'll say this much, in regards to it. I think LeBron James really, like I said, at this point, unless they get Kyrie, I actually have to agree with the site that I actually read. Unless they get Kyrie or another piece in there or get rid of Russell Westbrook, I don't think LeBron's going to stay. Simply because, what is the point? You're not going to win with Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook doesn't give you a chance to win by the way he plays. He's a great player, always has been, but he's a stats type player. He's not a great player that can help you win championships. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, with all the stats and stuff that he has or that he's accomplished or that, he's, gotten to this point, they don't mean anything unless you win a championship. And, a lot of players, every player is not fortunate enough to win championships. I understand that. I definitely get it. But at the same time, playing with players like LeBron James, on the Lakers, that's probably Russ's best shot. And honestly, I think Russ really has to find a way to be more effective on the floor, if he wants to win more. And like I said, me personally, I don't see Russ becoming more effective or being a better player than what he's been over the last 10, 15, 14 seasons. I mean, Skip Bayless and, Shannon Sharp say it all the time, you're not going to change a player if he's been this way this long, because it's almost as if he only knows one way to play, and there's only one way to play in his mind. And that's the way Russell Westbrook plays, you know what I'm saying? And it's exciting, it's box office, it's all the above when it comes to that, but it's not winning basketball. It's not championship basketball. And when we talk about championship basketball, it's just a level to it that Russ has not accomplished. And it's just a level that, LeBron is used to being on. And, for LeBron not to at least make the playoffs or the play-in tournament last year, I feel like that really put a dent, into his GOAT case somewhat, because like I said, you got to at least make the playoffs. Even though you get knocked out the first round or the play-in tournament, now you got to find a way to at least get in. And, he didn't find a way to get in. Him and the Lakers didn't find a way to get in, I should say. And, of course, it's not all LeBron's fault. But at the same time, if you're trying to make that GOAT case now, as we speak, every year here on out counts, because, even though LeBron's older, he's still putting up massive points per game, still, playing at a pretty extremely high level. He doesn't play defense on both sides of the floor the way he used to, but at the same time, he's still very effective on the offensive end, even though he can't even get to the rim the way he used to. So, I mean, you got to give him credit there. You got to give him credit for his work ethic, staying in shape as much as he has, throughout his long career. And hopefully it continues, for him. You want to see how long he can take it. You don't want to see nothing take that away from him, no opportunities taken away from him. And, But the only way he's going to stay around longer is to have more help on his teams, whatever team he's on, whether it's the Lakers or whether he decides to sign with somebody else. I mean, that's the only other way. And of course, everybody talks or was talking about the fact that, Bronny coming into the league possibly would alter his decision in regards to whether he signs an extension with the Lakers or not. That's very true, I think, also. But more so of the fact, I definitely think Russell Westbrook is the biggest key factor to, what LeBron is trying to do, or what option will he take? Stay with the Lakers or go somewhere else? Because if he has to go through another year with Russell Westbrook, I just don't see him being happy. I don't see him wanting to stay. And now, of course, I don't see a championship. And those things I just said right there is all what LeBron James is probably thinking about. So with that being said, if the Lakers don't find a way to get rid of Russell Westbrook, which, honestly look like to me, they're not going to, at least not this upcoming season. Not unless, they allow him to walk or, something drastic happens. Looks like LeBron's stuck with him. And it looks like LeBron definitely might, sway elsewhere if he can't, for some reason, get on the same page with Russ, or they get somebody else instead of Russ, on that roster that could really take over the scoring load and take some load off of LeBron, and really take some off of Anthony Davis too, because this guy gets hurt more than any player I think I've ever seen step on a basketball court. So, I mean, it's a lot, that comes with it. It's a lot that's, that comes along with this situation. But LeBron really has to be smart about it. If he goes into any other team besides the Lakers, I mean, the chances of winning is even harder now, because you can't carry teams the way you used to. So at least the Lakers are a team that, has, good connections, ways to find ways to get good players, or decent players or decent talent, and, kind of just build off of it from there. You see what I'm saying? So if I were LeBron, I really would stay put in Los Angeles and let them find a way to bring somebody else in there to replace Westbrook after this season, probably, since I believe that he's probably going to play with them, this season, and just kind of take it from there if I was him, because really going to another team at this point is really pointless unless he's going to play, unless Bronny gets drafted and he goes to play on the same team Bronny is on. That's the only other reason that I can personally see, or that I would leave the Lakers if I was LeBron James. Because, of course, if you have a chance to play on the same team as your son while you're still playing, I mean, that's a great thing all on its own. I don't think nobody would take that moment away from LeBron if his son is able to, reach that accomplishment and make the NBA and, get himself in there and, play with his dad maybe one season before his dad goes out, so that would be great to see. But that'd be the only way I would leave the Lakers if I was LeBron. So either way, if I was LeBron, I would just go ahead and sign the extension, because after next year, after this upcoming season, they definitely won't have Russell Westbrook there probably. And I know LeBron will be a year older, but I mean, I still think he will have enough left to maybe be, the third or second or third best player on a championship team that can help him win, so I mean, hey, that's a goal. That's something to look forward to. I know it's not much for LeBron, but it's something more than what he has to look forward to now, probably, because Russell Westbrook is just not going to help better the team. And like I said, Anthony Davis really isn't either, because he stays hurt so much. You really can't even depend on the fact whether he can be there or be available or not. So, LeBron is kind of stuck in a peculiar situation, but at the same time, I would just stay put where I am if I were him. And after next season, a lot of moves might be made. Might not only be Russell Westbrook, it could be Anthony Davis too. So, I mean, if I were LeBron, I would look at it from that angle and, keep it going from there and ride with this team until the end. Unless, as I said, Bronny gets in the league and he wants to go play with him. That's the only other reason I would personally leave the Lakers if I were him. Any other reason other than that, to me, really just isn't worth it. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out their other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.